I love the sunrise. Anyway, hello Elizabeth. So, you mentioned cleaning living spaces. Well, the first thing I did after I returned home from a family trip and funeral was clean my bedroom. Check it out. Look at how I organize my books. I organize my books and I'm so happy with the way I organize them. Ah, yes. Well, hello Elizabeth and fellow Earthlings. I am the alien and she's the author, and this is my vlog. I've decided that this is the best of the three possible names. It suits us, it talks about us the best, it rolls off the tongue, and it just works as a YouTube channel name. The alien and the author. Anyway, yes, I know bees are important. If Spider-Man has taught me anything, it's that a villain does not have to be spectacular for it to be worth vanquishing them. You're doing Dungeons & Dragons? Oh, excellent. You do great at Dungeons & Dragons. I require a reenactment of a playthrough session in the form of sock puppets. Chocolate is always good, and I thought that your windowsill was a freezer, not a place where chocolate could melt, so please explain. Now, while I understand your opinion on Valentine's Day, I respectfully disagree. I know that it is overhyped and over-commercialized, and that platonic relationships are not given the credit that they deserve in modern culture. I get that. But I'm an old soul and kind of a hopeless romantic. I love the idea of having a special day which can help you get the courage to tell someone you like that you like them in the not friends way. And I don't think you should ever turn down the opportunity to get dressed up and go out on a fancy date with your significant other, particularly when you have such an excellent significant other. Now, even here in the eternal single corner, it's still nice to see these couples having fun and having a nice time, and the chocolates. Who doesn't love chocolate? Now, in nerdy news, Marvel owns Spider-Man. Yes. Do da do, do da do, do da do do da do, do da do, do da do, do da do do. So, why is this good news? Well, for one thing, Sony is kind of evil. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but that has nothing to do with Sony. It has everything to do with the actor. Sony does not see Spider-Man as a character or as a story. It sees him as a property, a way to get money. For example, Brian Michael Bendis, the writer of this Spider-Man, which is my favorite version of the character, was called into the office one day. He was surrounded by a whole bunch of people in business suits. And they looked very, very anxious. And so, one guy at the head of the table asked him, "Brian, do you think that the web should be organic, come out of his hands, or do you think he should build mechanical web shooters?" Brian Michael Bendis, being a Spire fan, said automatically, mechanical. He built them. That's part of the character. Now, half of the room started pumping their fists, going, yes, and the other half groaned and buried their hands in their faces. Do you know what this means? There wasn't a creative director, or producer, or someone making these decisions, affecting the story. This was made by people with charts and business suits, looking for money. This was a copiedly created movie franchise. No wonder it was doing so badly. Ugh. But now that Marvel's on board, maybe we'll get a good Spider-Man. Now, bad news. Andrew Garfield will no longer be Spider-Man. That makes me sad. He kind of embodied my favorite version of the character, which was this Ultimate Spider-Man. But you know what? his loss will be worth the gain of Marvel being involved with Spider-Man. Now, here comes the question. Who's going to be the new Spider-Man? Now, they could go with Peter Parker, and honestly I might like that. I don't think either the writing for The Amazing Spider-Man or the acting for the original Spider-Man movies were particularly great. I'd love to see Peter Parker done right. But there's something I'd like even more. This is Miles Morales, the new Ultimate Spider-Man. You see, in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe that I love, written by Brian Michael Bendis, this character, spoiler alert, dies. Peter Parker was killed. To make way for Miles Morales, a mixed race, young, teenage, lower class kid to fill in the role. Now, I haven't read much of his stuff, I've only glanced at it in the library, but it looks really, really good. And just from seeing the cosplays of kids and of this character, I love the idea of a mixed race Spider-Man. And apparently, the story's been doing really well. And I think that for the Marvel Universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this would be a great way to bring this character to the big screen. So, I am saying, let's bring Miles Morales into the Ultimate Universe. I'll be happy with Peter Parker, but I would love to see this character in the spotlight on the big screen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on Friday.